Morning, warriors. Welcome to another energy update for April 28th, 2021. Today's episode is going to be on getting out of our digital echo chambers and beginning to actually walk in the light. What is an echo chamber? What is an echo chamber? An echo chamber is something that allows people to hang on to their illusions while giving them the perception that they're doing something for themselves. By being around people that make them feel good about their opinions, judgments, and positions that they've taken in their lives. When we find ourselves in echo chambers, they're safe. They don't require us to think outside the box. They don't require us to move past our comfort zones. And because of this, we just stay spinning our wheels in place while we think we're getting really, really far. Now, the thing about illusions is that illusions are layered and they're necessary because we need illusions as we're growing to get us to keep going further. If we weren't challenged with trying to figure stuff out for ourselves and we were just given everything like we have been these last 20 years, people stop being able to think for themselves. People stop being able to do things for themselves. And then people actually start to believe in things outside themselves, no matter how ridiculous or crazy it is. These echo chambers that we're finding ourselves in, especially the starseed community, is a giant illusion. As a starseed, your job is to go out into the world and shed your light and show your light to people, right? Be the beacon. Your aura heals people just by being you. That's why when you're not you and you're a fake version of yourself, the body decays so much because you have so much love being trapped, so much inauthenticity that's trapping all of your love inside your body, and that light is then just creating blockages, disease, illness, decay. But again, all disease, illness, and decay is just forcing us to grow through the vessel. But because we still identify with these vessels, even though we all say we're ascended masters and we're ascended beings and we're spirits and we're this and that, in reality, we still identify with form. We still identify with titles, with groups, with our past, with things that don't matter, because there's one thing we're missing, and that's paying attention to ourselves. That's what a digital echo chamber does, is it takes you from your heart, it puts you in your head, and then you just start feeding this non-mattering thing with all of your love light energy, when in reality what we're supposed to be doing right now is loving ourselves and then doing what we love so that we raise our frequency so high that no darkness can come around us, because it's just so uncomfortable for the darkness to be there. We're still fighting, but there's no more fighting. There's only time for truth. And there's only time for us to do what makes us happy and that we find fun and that we love. It's called childhood innocence for a reason. It's not about being immature. We're immature as we are in this form now, with how we treat ourselves, with how we treat each other, with how we tell people we love them, but then we conditionally love them because we don't know how to love, because we're children still, thinking, masquerading as adults, because we identify with these vessels still. even as the star seeds, the way showers, the light warriors, the light workers. And here's the other thing about identifying with our vessels is then we stop trying to be human because it's uncomfortable and it's hard. So we're always spending time alone in hibernation because that's where we're happy and that's where we feel good. And you're allowed to do all these things. There's nothing right or wrong. I'm not judging whatsoever. What I'm doing is pointing out that we create these illusions to try to make ourselves feel better about where we are on our path, when in reality we just need to accept where we are on our path and then take the desired action necessary once we put the desired intention out to manifest what it is we want. But because we still believe we're just corporeal spirits, we believe that we're going to think it and then it's going to be here in an instant. But there's a reason we chose to come into human form, is because we wanted to learn how to create, not just manifest. That's why we have these tools. This whole thing's a tool. Everything is art in motion when you're in form. And the more that we can remove ourselves from these echo chambers that we find ourselves in and start actually spending time in our chamber of our heart, take a couple breaths, feel it, and see what it is we actually want to do. See what it is that we actually, where we want to go and who we want to be around. We have to stop trying to package our truth in ways that other people will accept it. And we have to accept our truth for what it is and then allow the universe to bring us people then who will accept our truth too. Because here's the thing, is there are many, many, many shades of truth. I said this before in the last video. There are many shades of truth, but there is only one truth for each of us. And that truth is only felt. You can't say it, you can't think it, you can't convince it, you can't package it. You know your truth because when you speak your truth, it'll probably make you cry uncontrollably. Because for the first time in our lives, we're using the Word of God in a way that is correct. And all correct is true. Nothing's going to be perfect. We're not going to be perfect. And our truth isn't going to be perfect because it's muddled and marred by thousands of lifetimes in form in lower density consciousness. That's why the more we get out of our echo chambers, reminding us of who the people we were, and we start walking into the people we've become, allowing ourselves to be that person by not reminding ourselves of who we once were, then we step into our lion ready to go, ready to make this happen, because we know that we're not making anything happen. The universe is making things happen through us. And by staying in a constant state of love, bliss, happiness through choice of breaking our illusions and accepting that it's not going to happen our way, again, temper tantrums and things like that, it's all human ego, and we're going to be fine. But there is no spiritual war happening anymore if you don't want there to be one. That's what this whole thing is about, is you are as far as you are because you think you are. When we stop spending so much time in echo chambers to validate the positions we find ourselves in, we can actually start to really spend time with ourselves and really understand, and comprehend what's going on within us. Because this is the only universe that matters in the end. It's the only experience that is real, and we use the other experiences humans are going through to reflect onto us what it is that we may be missing. So I just want you to just think about that this week. How can you all check your echo chambers? How can you spend a little more time with yourself and a little less time validating the old paradigms of who you used to be? Because every time you put your problems and issues out through the written word onto a digital platform that goes into the stratosphere, you've now just set your intention with your vibes. And so if you're talking about this issue you're having with your family, and you're affirming that this is an issue, and that this is what you're going through, and that I do this and I do that, and we're the martyr, because I'm a big martyr, victim. You know, it's narcissistic because trauma and being intelligent and feeling less than and then being pushed down and stepped on your whole life. Yeah, I have all that stuff. And it's true, but it's not my truth. Because it was true, and by working through it, I found my truth, which is none of that stuff defines me. It only helped me get here, and now I'm actually happy. So I'm not even telling you to let go of your echo chambers this week. Just check them. What is Facebook doing to you when you log on? What is your logos? What does your guts feel like? What does it feel like when you go on Instagram? What do you feel like? What are you thinking to yourself when you're scrolling through Telegram, not answering anything, not actually engaging, just scrolling just to scroll? You know, are you in love when you're making content for Instagram? Are you in love when you're making a video? Are you in love when you're writing a post? Are you in love when you're engaging with the community? Then yes, then that's not an echo chamber for you. That's you producing something out of the bottom of your heart. But are you using other people's paradigms and problems to distract from your own because it feels better to serve them than it does to serve yourself? See, it doesn't matter if people are ready for the truth, because the truth is what it is, and when they are ready, they'll accept the truth. So we must now put our truth out there, but we have to learn what that is, and we must check our echo chambers to do that, because echo chambers create distraction, and we need desirable action behind our intentions in order to manifest the brilliance and the abundance that we all want. This is what the Army of Energy is all about. So if you liked what you've seen and heard today, hit that like button. If you want to join the Army of Energy in any capacity, hit me up. I'm looking for writers, I'm looking for vendors, I'm looking for content creators, I'm looking for entrepreneurs, I'm looking for leaders, I'm looking for thought leaders, I'm looking for literally anyone who wants to help me build something bigger, better, and more abundant and lightful than what we have right now. I'm not saying what we have is wrong, I'm not saying what we have is bad. It is. Everything is, and every day is a new day. So we're in a new day, we're in a new season, we're on a new earth. So how are we going to build it? Because it's not going to build itself. With that, I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope you have an even better evening. And I will see you all a bunch more times coming up this month in May, because we're just gonna deluge content. Truth, 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 truth. I'm hoping several times a day. So if there's anyone who's been ready to speak that truth, but they don't really know all the technical stuff, it's fine. Let me get the content. I'll design it, I'll produce it, I'll make it look pretty for you. We can even talk on the phone or on Zoom. You can check it out. You can figure out your design, how you like it. And then you just send me videos and I'll just edit them up and I'll put them on Army of Energy. And then from there, we can share them and just blast the messages. That's it. We're building a megaphone right now. The Army of Energy has a massive, massive vision. Massive. But right now it starts with a YouTube channel, it starts with social media, and it starts with using the technology that we have at our disposal that's being used against us, which is another illusion, for our advantage and for blasting out this message of truth, love, and light. I could really use your help. I need web designers, I need video editors, I need podcast editors, I need podcasters. I need anybody who loves doing anything and who wants to do it for a purpose that's bigger than them, but that's going to serve them in every way, in every capacity possible. Those are the people I'm looking for. I'm looking for people who are down, who are ready to get it, who are ready to put the work in, who aren't scared to break through their illusions, who aren't scared to check their egos, who aren't scared to be human. That's who I'm looking for. So hit me up in email, DM, whatever you want to do. But there's a seed, and we'll see what blossoms. I hope you have a wonderful day, an even better evening, and I'll see you at the same time the next time. Take care, and goodbye.